Welcome back, friends, it's Anders. Today I'm making the ELK'S cocktail, which to me is like a winter whiskey sour. It's rye whiskey based and it has ruby port, so it has this nice fruitiness. If you like a whiskey sour, I think you're gonna like the ELK'S. I don't think enough people know this cocktail, so let's make it today. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button for more sips, tips, and recipes, and let's make an ELK'S. To the bar. For the longest time, I thought that this cocktail was born in an Elks Lodge at a bar somewhere. I tried to dig and look for information and I found no proof of that. So I can't tell you that's the truth. What I did find was that the origin of this cocktail dates back to the late 1800s in a drink called the Chicago Fizz, which was rum, ruby port, lemon juice, egg white, sugar, and then it was topped off with soda water. But then in 1901, a gentleman by the name of Peter Sindar in St. Paul, Minnesota, swapped out the rum with rye whiskey, and he called it an Elks Fizz. For doing that, he was awarded the Bartender's Medal of Honor from the Police Gazette. Touché, Peter, because you just swapped out one ingredient, and it was a hit. Then in 1927, in the cocktail book Barflies and Cocktails, you see first print of the Elk's Own, which was the Elks Fizz without the soda water. And that's what we're making today. For tools, I've got my Boston shaker, my jigger, Hawthorne strainer, fine mesh strainer, and my microplane zester. This is for garnish. I'm going to grate fresh nutmeg on top, and that is not traditional at all. The original recipe called for a slice of pineapple, and if you look up other recipes, they're gonna have a pineapple slice as a garnish. But I really like the grated nutmeg on top. It makes it a real winter whiskey sour. Now the booze. This thing's moving around, I don't like that. We're gonna need rye whiskey, ruby port, fresh lemon juice, Demerara syrup. This is a rich Demerara, so it's 2 parts sugar to 1 part water, and an egg. We're using this for the egg white, so if you wanna go eggless and use aquafaba, that'll be great too. The rye whiskey I'm using is Rittenhouse 100 Proof Rye, and the ruby port is Fonseca Bin 27. If you want, you can use a tawny port. It is gonna change the flavor profile a little bit, but I've made this drink many times with tawny port, and it's just as balanced and good in its own way. Let's build. I'm separating the egg separately, and when I crack it, I do it on a flat surface, so you don't shove the shell into the egg itself. So for the recipe, I'm gonna start with the egg white, 1 ounce of rye whiskey, 3/4 of an ounce of your ruby port, another 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice, and 1/2 ounce of your rich Demerara syrup. Now we can dry shake just to emulsify the egg white, get it nice and foamy. And this doesn't have to be very long, but when you shake it vigorously. Now we can add ice and shake. Nice and cold. Feel it on your hands. Grab a chilled cocktail glass. I'm using a Nick and Nora, but you can use a coupe. I'm using a Nick and Nora, but you can use a coupe, and double strain into the cocktail glass. And the ruby port kind of gives it a pink hue. Honestly, I first look at it and I think Pepto-Bismol, but don't think that. I like to also just give it a little tap like that, not too aggressive, but just to kind of let the foam settle. Any big bubbles that are on top will go away, and that'll give us a nice surface to put our nutmeg on top. Grate away. And that's good. The winter whiskey sour, also known as the Elk's Own. Again, use aquafaba if you'd like. This would be great with aquafaba, and tawny port. Give it a shot. See what you like. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell if you want to be notified the next time a video comes out, and I will see you next time. Cheers.